Hey, y'all, what's good? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope y'all having a great and blessed day. Something that's really been grinding my gears and sticking in my craw for quite some time now. Um, and let me just clarify first. This doesn't apply to all of our young people because some of our young people are doing phenomenal things. And kudos to y'all. Keep up the great work. And when I say young people, I'm talking about younger than me, even though I'm considered a young person to older people, but young people are millennials from like people my brother's age, about eh, 30, 30 to about teenage age, about, teenagers now. So in that age range, about, this current generation to people, I guess, my little brother's age, around 30, 32 years old, around that age range. That's what young people. So for those in that age range, this is not and that who are doing phenomenal things, who have respect for their elders, respect for themselves. This doesn't apply to you. This does not apply to you. What I'm about to say. So just keep that in mind. It doesn't apply to you. It's only apply to these young people who are so damn disrespectful, just so damn disrespectful, don't care for themselves and don't care for anyone else. They're so damn selfish, they're ignorant, they don't want to educate themselves. Um this message is for them. This video is for them. Too many. I'm gonna start with hip hop. So T-Pain not so long ago came out and said that Tupac, if he was alive, he would have gotten destroyed lyrically in today's hip hop. All you hip hop heads, all my old hip hop heads who are like myself, think about that for a second. You don't even have to be a Tupac fan. You don't even have to be a Tupac head to know that that is such BS. That is total garbage. T Pain set out his trash mouth that Tupac would have gotten eaten up today if he was still alive. T Pain, who the hell are you? You wish, you wish that you had a quarter of the career that Pac had. A quarter. Pac was a soldier, man. He may not have been the greatest lyricist like Rakim or Big Daddy Kane, but Pac was a poet. Pac just will write and will write a verse, and you could just picture yourself in what he's saying. That's how creative this man was. He was a creative genius. Not only was he a great rapper, but he was an actor. He was a great actor. The man studied. He was at the what? The Baltimore School of Performing Arts. I don't know if that's the correct name of the school, but he took performing art classes when he lived in Baltimore. One of his classmates was Jada Pinkett Smith. She mentioned on many of occasions her interactions with Pac. And for this trash, garbage, sewer garbage, who was T Pain? Doesn't he rap over synthesizers? He's not even creative. He's garbage. For him to say that is laughable and it's utterly ridiculous. These rappers today couldn't hold a candle, not even a match. They couldn't hold a match, a lit match to Tupac. Not even a lit match. A few years back, another garbage rapper, Lil Yachty. Everybody's little now. Little this, little dummy, little stupid, little ignorant, little ugly. Everyone's little now. Everyone's little. Little this, little that. When I was listening to rap, it was big. Notorious B.I.G., Biggie, Big Boy from Outkast, Big Daddy Kane, Father MC. Everybody was big of, all now everybody want to be Lil something, Lil this, Lil that. It's crazy how hip hop is just how the state that it's in now. It saddens me. But he comes out and said, I can't name 5 Biggie songs, or I can't name any top 5 5 of Biggie songs or Pac songs. This is what I'm talking about. Do y'all know that y'all standing on the shoulders of giants? If it wasn't for Biggie, Tupac, y'all wouldn't be where y'all at today. Lil Yachty, I heard of you, but I don't know any of your songs. I can't name any top song that you have, let alone 5. What top songs do you have, Lil Yachty? You're gonna try to clown Biggie? Really? You wish you had a quarter of the career Biggie had, and he came out with only 2 albums. His life was taken too short. His life was cut short. Died too soon. Same with Pac. Died too soon. Y'all wish y'all had the careers of Pac and Biggie. Y'all couldn't hold a lit match to them. Same with Lil Zane, whatever the hell his name is. He made a comment a few years ago disparaging Pac. I don't even know who you are. You're irrelevant. I don't even know one of your songs. You or Lil Yachty. If I heard a T-Pain song, I could remember it. At least a couple of his songs, even though he's garbage. He's sure trash. That's what I'm saying, man. This young generation of rappers is so disrespectful to rappers of the past. Why don't y'all build your way up to where they're at and give respect? Give them their just due. Pay homage to them. Not disrespect. Same with LeBron. I know people have a problem with this, and I really could give a damn, but the truth got to be told. Why hasn't LeBron said anything about Bill Russell's passing away? I mean, Bill Russell passed away 3.5 weeks ago, July 31st. He hasn't tweeted anything about it. He tweeted about what's his name? The Dodgers announcer, commentator, Vin Scully. He tweeted about Vin Scully's passing like 10 minutes after he passed. I got the tweet. I saw it. I mean, literally, after it was announced that Vin Scully had passed away, right away, LeBron tweeted about it. He was right on it. Bill Russell, you ain't heard nothing. You ain't heard nothing about it. And I know LeBron disciples are going to say, well, maybe he said it privately. Maybe he wanted to say it privately. Well, he didn't say it privately when Vin Scully passed. Bill Russell's the GOAT. 11 championships. He won the most championships of any athlete in North American sports history. LeBron, you stand on his shoulders. Bill Russell paved the way for your ass. He paved the way for you to get that multi-million dollar contract, to get those championships. 4, by the way. He paved the way for you. And you can't take the time to tweet about this man. Say, my thoughts and prayers go out to the Russell family. Bill Russell was legendary. I stand on the shoulder of a giant. We all do. We almost pay homage to this man, the great Mr. Bill Russell. Nothing long, just a few words. You couldn't even take the time to do that, LeBron? Or maybe it's because, you kind of jealous of Mr. Russell. You want to be him by disrespecting him. You're jealous because Mr. Russell won 11 championships with one team. Mr. Russell was a real social justice warrior, not you. Mr. Russell was willing to risk his career and his life so that Black people would get justice in this country. You're not willing to risk that. You'll tweet something, or you'll wear a T-shirt. You'll build a school in Akron. That's good. Jalen Rose built the school in Detroit long before you built your school, but he don't get notoriety for that. But because it's LeBron built the school in Akron. That's great. Bill Russell risked his life during a basketball camp in Mississippi during the Civil Rights era. Civil Rights era. He risked his life during a basketball camp in Mississippi during the Civil Rights era. What have you done, LeBron? What have you done for social justice? What have you done? You want to be Bill Russell, but at the same time, you're disrespecting the man. He was a real warrior for social justice, a real champion, a legend. Are you afraid that your followers, your disciples, are going to find out? And I don't understand why. We have a phone in our hands 24/7. You have internet access. Y'all can't Google Bill Russell and see this man's accomplishments. Maybe LeBron will find out that his disciples won't think he is great as he say he is, or that he claims to be. He's not the GOAT because Bill Russell is. And spare me this whole thing that Bill Russell played in the 50s and 60s. When there weren't that many teams, and he was playing against somebody told me one time a few months ago, white boys in church shoes. Stop it with that. Stop it with that nonsense, with that foolishness. Because Bill Russell had to go up against the most dominant player in the NBA at that time, and one of the most dominant players in Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Oscar Robertson, Connie Hawkins, Nate Thurman. Those were not white boys in church shoes. So stop it with that. Stop with that BS. Please stop it with that. That is the dumbest thing. One of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Okay, there weren't that many teams. Hell, there weren't that many teams when Mike got drafted in the NBA. So, but y'all think he the GOAT. A lot of y'all feel that Mike should go. So stop it with that. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Stop it. But it's not just in sports, though. It's just in life, period. So many of these young people are just so damn disrespectful. So disrespectful. Our young men don't want to be boy, don't want to be, or don't want to aspire to be men. Our young boys, they don't want to aspire to become men, and they don't have an example of a man in the house. They're being raised by their mother, their aunts, their grandmother. They don't have a positive role model of what a black man is. They don't have uncles to show them the way, a grandfather, older cousins, men in the neighborhood. They don't have that. A lot of them don't. So it's not necessarily their fault. But when they come across an older person, older black man, what so have you, they're just so disrespectful. A lot of them just so disrespectful. They're not being taught respect. The school system is a joke. That's an absolute joke. They're not getting taught respect there. Oh, they just pass them along. They may as well be a car. Okay, we all right. Next, next, next. All it is a school to prison pipeline factory. Many of these schools, so they're not learning it there. Too many of our churches, not all, too many of our churches are not going out in the communities, spreading God's word, teaching these young boys how to be men, these young girls how to be women, because of what they're seeing negative images on TV, men wearing dresses, all this negativity. They're seeing it on TV on a daily basis, on the internet. That's all they're seeing. So they're not getting these positive images. This breeds the disrespect. This is a generation that's supposed to take care of my generation. My generation, we're in our 50s, our 40s and 50s. A lot of us are mid 50s, mid 40s to mid 50s. That's my generation. That's where we're at now. We're getting older. In 10 years, a lot of us will be in our damn near in our 60s or close to 60. In 20 years, we'll be in our 70s. And according to the statistics, that's when we're supposed to, transition, make our transition. In our, well, black men, what is it? What they say, mid 70s. I think that's what they say. But many of us won't even make it that far. I hope and pray we far exceed that, but many of us probably won't even make it that far. So it behooves us to to spread the message of positivity to these young men, these young boys, these young girls. Bring the discipline back in the household. Show them what respect is. Teach them respect. That way, when they go out in society, go out in the world, they know how to carry themselves in a respectful manner. Respect for their elders, respect for themselves. Teach them to respect themselves first, because if they can respect themselves, they're not going to respect anyone else. It's just, I know I started with sports. I just started there, but it's just, I just hate it. I just hate to see it. We got to have respect for our elders. Far too many of our young people, young boys and young girls don't have respect for their elders. They don't respect their parents. Their parents. They don't respect themselves. We need help, y'all. We need help. We could blame it on racism. We could blame it on the white man, this and that. Yeah, they play a part in it, but Parenting starts at home. Even when my grandparents and my parents were coming up, there was racism. The white man was still doing his thing, trying to, holding us down. But that had nothing to do with my grandparents and parents learning respect. You can't blame lack of respect on racism in the white man. You cannot blame it on that. That starts at home, regardless of what white supremacy is doing. Respect starts at home. As a matter of fact, learning respect at home can combat racism, can combat white supremacy. You're able to go out here and fight white supremacy when you learn respect at home. That's one of the tools because you respect those who look like you. You won't try to hurt them or kill them. You'll learn to join together because you had a mutual respect to fight white supremacy. It all ties in. Respect is learned at home. And I know I mentioned LeBron James and Bill Russell, but that just really irked me. Not saying that LeBron isn't a respectable young brother because he is, but not giving that Bill Russell that honor, not paying him that homage was a disrespectful act. That's an act of disrespect, and that's where I was going with that. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like and subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. It's just sad. It's just a sad state of affairs we're in. Like I said, we could blame it on racism, on white supremacy. Yeah, that plays a part. Yeah, okay, we get it. Yeah, okay, that plays a part. But learning respect, learning to respect your elders. Racism doesn't stop you from learning respect. Racism doesn't stop you from being taught what's right and wrong. White supremacy doesn't stop that. It hasn't in the past, and it will not now. So we cannot blame it all. We cannot blame it on that. No respect, lack of respect. It's killing our community. These, young boys, when they see a woman coming, they won't even offer to hold the door open for her. I've seen it. When they're walking down the street, they won't walk with their left side to the street, and the young lady with them on to their right. My mom told me that when I was 7 years old. When I was a child, my mom taught me that. When you're walking down the street with a lady, you walk on the side of the street. Let her walk on the opposite side of you. That's a respect thing. Holding the door open for a lady. That's a respect thing. Saying thank you and please. That's a respect thing. White supremacy and racism or whatever doesn't stop us from learning or teaching our young boys and young girls that. They were taught that hundreds of years, decades ago, 100 years ago. What's stopping us from teaching that now? When you're on public transit, on the train or on the bus, and I've seen this many, many times, and you see a lady standing up, especially an older lady, you get up and you offer her your seat. I was taught that as a young child. Not these young people. They just sit there on their phones, or some of them staring in space. Older person just standing there. You're not even gonna offer them your seat? Really? Really? Or any older person. It don't have to be a older lady. just an older person in general, an elder. I've seen young girls sit down on the train, and it's an older person, an older man standing up. You're not gonna offer that man your seat? He's your elder. No respect, lack of morals, lack of discipline, lack of respect. We cannot blame that on white supremacy. Yes, it plays a role, but it's not. We cannot just solely blame it on that. That has to be taught at home. What's stopping us from teaching that at home? Saying please and thank you. Saying yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. That was taught to me way years before I got into the military. Years before I got into the military. I was taught that as a child, as a young child. Yes, sir, yes, ma'am. No, sir, no, ma'am. Please, thank you. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. And what's with our young people being in the room when adults are speaking with these children, young children? What's with that? You talking to another adult, their child right up in your face. No, 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 no. That didn't fly. That didn't fly in my grandparents' day, my parents' day, and not in my day. Someone went upside your head. What you doing in here when adults speaking? Say excuse me when adults talking. Why are you even in the room when adults are speaking? Lack of discipline, lack of morals, lack of respect. Where is that? And don't dare interrupt a grown up when they're speaking to another grown up. Your butt will get toe up. These kids do it now. The adults don't say nothing. Again, lack of respect, lack of discipline, lack of morals. It's a shame. A child calling an adult by their first name. No, your butt would get toe up. But these kids do it now. Again, lack of respect, lack of discipline, lack of morals. It's not being taught at home. Cussing an adult out. My uncle told me a story. He was buying a charger for his cell phone or something, and this young girl was just looking at him, just staring at him. And he noticed her staring at him. He said, "May I help you?" You nasty and muffer, yeah, 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 yeah. You mother, this and that. She cussed my uncle out. This man is in his late 60s. Young girl, probably in her 20s. You cussing your elder out in public? Or it doesn't matter anywhere. The fact that you cussing an elder out, again, lack of respect, lack of discipline, lack of morals. Not being taught at home. You staring at this man. He asked you, could he help you? Why are you staring at him for? And you gonna cuss him out? An elder. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like and subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. It makes me it angers me and it upsets me. And we wonder why we're in the state we're in now. God sees all, he knows all. He's not gonna bless the people who disrespect their elders. God is not pleased. And a lot of the stuff that happens to us is because of our actions, our behavior, our attitudes towards each other. I'm not saying that other communities don't have their issues. They do. They do. But I got to give it to the Asians, the Asian community, the Middle Eastern communities. Um, Not saying that some of them may, disrespect their elders, but for the most part, they respect their elders, especially in the Asian cultures, in the Asian communities. They respect their elders. I'll definitely give them kudos for that. They respect them. You may have some that may not, of course. Not saying that they're perfect, but I give them kudos. I give them props on that they respect their elders. Even in a lot of African cultures, they respect their elders. They do, and a lot of your African cultures and your Caribbean cultures, they respect their elders. I give them kudos on that. Not saying that they're perfect or that they're the best of the best, but when it comes to that, I have to give them props on that. Have to give them kudos. We used to do that. The black community used to do that when I was coming up. We respected our elders, even those who weren't in the church, who weren't raised in the church. Their parents still instilled in them, you're going to respect an adult. Even those who weren't raised in the church, they still knew, they still had it in their mind, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, no, ma'am, no, sir. They respected adults, and their parents wasn't even in the church. Now you have parents in the church whose kids are in the church and they don't even respect adults. Where have we gone wrong, y'all? What is wrong with that picture? How are you? This is not all, but how are y'all in the church? Your kids are being raised in the church right now and don't even respect adults, and you don't either. What's wrong with that picture? Lord, today, help us, God. God, help us. Help us. Help us. Help us. We need you. We need your help. Have mercy on us. They say God is coming for a foolish people, and we certainly fit the bill. We certainly fit the bill, fit that bill. Sad to say, but it's true. On that note, y'all, I'm gonna hop off of here. I'm gonna get off my soapbox. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like and subscribe button. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. Like I always say, we don't have to agree, but let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's do that, y'all. All right. I love y'all. Take care and stay safe in these streets. Stay safe. And God bless you. Hit the like and subscribe button. You get notifications when I do videos on here. Do that for me. And y'all take care. Take care of yourselves and take care of one another. All right. Till next time. I'll talk to y'all later. I'm out. Peace.